This episode is brought to you by Batiste Dry Shampoo. Whether you're on the go, at the gym, or getting ready for a night out, Batiste has a dry shampoo for you. Refresh with over 10 signature fragrances. Or try Batiste Hint of Color, a tinted dry shampoo that seamlessly blends with your hair. Need an extra boost? Try Batiste Dry Shampoo with added benefits like volumizing, texturizing, and more. Buy Batiste now, in-store or online at your nearest retailer.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
This is Sid and Friends in the Morning.
77 WABC.
And so I say to the people of New York, with crime at record levels, with terrorists and criminals pouring in, and with inflation eating your hearts out, vote for Donald Trump. What the hell do you have to lose? What do you have to lose?
It's a pretty good point. What do you have to lose? We're losing everything as it is. So vote for Donald Trump. Maybe we'll get it all back. So back in March, I guess. Maybe it was April. I think it was March. I got invited to go down to Mar-a-Lago, which I did. I actually went to the golf course first, and I met Andrew Giuliani and Trump. Same golf course where they tried to kill Trump on Sunday. And they came in for lunch after a round of golf. And Andrew put me next to Trump, and I said, Mr. President, I should move my seat. You don't really know me. He said, no, I want you to sit here. And he spent the whole hour talking to me. 4 other guys at the table. It was great. And then he said, I'll see you tonight at Mar-a-Lago, because they were playing this movie about my good buddy, Scott Lebedo, who's a great guy and a tremendous artist. He was there last night. He fast painted, sat behind me. And so we started watching the movie. And it is an unbelievable film. First of all, I had no idea that Scott did all that. I'm like, how do you make a movie about this guy? But the way you guys shot it and wrote it, it was so exciting. It moved quickly. There was a frenetic pace to it that you couldn't stop watching. So I'll give you one quick example, and I'll talk to you guys. My son was with us, and Gabe is 15 now. And he's like, I don't want to go see the movie. Boring for a kid, I said, just go see the movie. Daddy's here. I want to see Trump. You'll meet Donald Trump. Okay, fine. He stood and clapped and applauded. And now, in my house, both my wife, Danielle, and my son, Gabe, excuse me, they love Scott Lebedo. And it's because of the movie that you guys did. And now, you said, that went so well, let's do another one. You need another great subject. And I'm coming up next. I would imagine I'm third. But before you went to me, you went to President Trump. And now the new movie about Trump is coming out. And based upon what I saw with the last one, it's going to be amazing. So, Josh and Arthur, welcome. Congratulations on Lebedo. Tell us about Trump.
Thank you so much, Sid, for having us. The man you don't know. So when we went to Mar-a-Lago, of course, the Relentless Patriot was where we met, and we had a great time. Met all the folks over there, the Siggy Flickers and all them. I got to give Siggy a shout out.
Oh, yeah.
And,
she loves you guys.
We love Siggy. We love Siggy. And we went there saying, hey, somebody needs to tell a story about President Trump that the media is not telling. We need to put it on the forefront that this man, there's so many stories about his generosity, his humanitarian ways, and we talked to so many workers, even at Mar-a-Lago in March, it was mid-March, and to hear what he's done to change people's lives, that needed to be told.
Absolutely.
And it wasn't told. So the man you don't know was starting to get into work, and here we are now, almost done with production. And we're going to be coming to theaters before the election.
I love the title. Josh Macciello. And here's Arthur Sarkissian. You've been doing this a long time. You made Chris Tucker a multimillionaire, didn't you? That was you, right?
Yes.
So, goes to the mic. So, all the Rush Hour movies are yours.
Yes.
And obviously the last movie about Lebedo. What other ones have you done that have been mainstream?
I did, Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3. I did While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock.
Oh, wow. Great movie.
I did Last Man Standing with Bruce Willis.
Yes.
And I did The Protege with Michael Keaton, Sam Jackson, and Maggie Q. I did The Foreigner with Jackie Chan. And I did Memory with Liam Neeson. That was my last one.
Wow, you worked with some really, really great talent. Nobody's talented as Trump, though, right? This is your best talent.
No.
Yeah. So you got involved with the Libido production. Now you're doing this one.
Yes.
How exciting was it to actually sit down and get to know this guy that we all love even more?
Well, I was introduced to. You're talking about Scott Libido first,
no, Trump.
I first met him at Mar-a-Lago with Josh and everybody else.
Oh, Justin March.
Yes.
When you were there for Libido's movie, right?
Yes.
Your movie, right.
I had met him before at a friend of mine's wedding, Steve Mnuchin, and it was very nice.
You're friendly with Steve Mnuchin?
Yes, very.
Okay.
Him and his wife, Louise, are good friends of mine. And I met Donald Trump at the wedding, and he was very attentive, very responsive, and he just looks you right in the eye.
How many years ago was this? This was before he was president, right?
Yes. No, he was president.
He was president?
Yes, he was president. This was...
I think it was 2016.
2016.
So he had just won the presidency.
He just won the presidency.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah.
It was very cool. So it was nice to...
Did he say to you, Arthur, you believe this? I'm actually president. Who couldn't make this up, Arthur? Come on.
No, actually, he did say... he was talking. He asked me, he said, what do you do? I said, I'm in the entertainment business. He said, so you're a Hollywood guy? I said, I don't know about being a Hollywood guy, but I love movies. He said, what did you do? I said, while you were sleeping with Melania, I was very responsive to that. And he said, I love the Rush Hour movies.
Wow, how about that? Yeah. There you go. And, of course, he was an entertainer for all those years. The Apprentice was a very big deal. I mean, that was number one, even before he went to the celebrities. I became friendly with Bill Rancic, who won the very first ever regular Apprentice. So from a viewer standpoint, Josh, the man we didn't know, so are we talking about personal stuff, family stuff? Give me some examples that you guys cover here.
So we take you on a journey from young all the way until current.
How young?
Like in military school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All the way to current. We have folks that have actually went to school with him that give stories that you would never ever believe. And it showed that his character never changed. No matter what the media tried to portray, the man has always had a generous, kind heart. And talking to the folks that we talk to, I mean, he's changed people's lives, Sid. And that's what we wanted to get out there and let it know. I mean, and there's stuff that you learn about even while he was running in politics. Everybody knows the famous escalator ride. Well, you're going to hear a story in our movie about a famous elevator ride that took place before the escalator.
He went down the elevator to get to the escalator.
And it was with a bunch of people. It was a bunch of people in the elevator.
Right.
And the kids told the story, and it really showed how intuitive he was to what was getting ready to happen to him by all the friends that turned on him.
Right, which a lot of them did. He wrote the book. Oprah Winfrey loved him, for example. She's interviewing Harris today. She loved him. Yeah. Hillary Clinton loved him. He gave them a very nice gift at the wedding.
Alec Baldwin loved him.
They all loved him. So now, when you do these types of pieces, Josh and Artie, we'll talk to you, Arthur, usually the person has to die, or at the very least, they're done with their career. He's still running for president. He's alive and well. I would imagine he had to say okay to this. And knowing Trump, he wants to see every second of this before you even release it. Did that make it more difficult or more fun?
Larry Kudlow here with an urgent warning. Washington is coming for your savings to pay for their spending mistakes. That's why thousands of Americans are shielding their savings with gold. For a free 2024 gold guide that explains everything you need to know, please go to colonialmetalsgroup.com/Kudlow or just call 800-621-3908. That's 800-621-3908 for your free gold guide and learn if you qualify for up to $7,500 in free silver now.
Advanced Radiation Centers of New York emphasizes the importance of prostate cancer screening and encourages everyone to schedule their PSA test. Early detection is crucial for survival. ARC is at the forefront with advanced radiation technologies to cure prostate cancer. ARC is the first in the U.S. to perform the BioProtect balloon spacer, which minimizes damage to healthy tissue. Get tested today. For more info, visit advancedradiationcenters.com or you can call them 866-955-4ARC. That's 866-955-4ARC.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Do you have a point of sale system you can trust, or is it a real POS? You need Shopify for retail. From accepting payments to managing inventory, Shopify POS has everything you need to sell in person. Go to shopify.com/system, all lowercase, to take your retail business to the next level today. That's shopify.com/system.
I don't think it will make it more difficult. I think it will be, as Josh said, the reason why, from my perspective, why I got involved is because I saw somebody that had another side that people don't know. Very gentle, very helpful.
Nice guy.
Helping people, nice guy.
Nice guy, yeah.
Specific things that he would probably remember that, he doesn't want to talk about. He doesn't want to talk about people he's helped. But that's what intrigued me to try and tell, because everybody, I think everyone in the world has another side. Anyone.
Everybody?
And everybody.
Even really bad people?
Bad people have another side too. Yes. Everybody has two sides.
Yeah.
And this other side of him that people don't know.
But we know.
Is what we try to bring.
It's important you guys do tell this story. So give me how it goes, how the initial conversation goes. You go into his office, you're Mar-a-Lago.
So I want to be clear.
Yeah.
We made a decision to not interview him in this movie.
So there's no interviews with you?
Nope. No. So, and we made that decision early on, and we got a lot of respect from the family because they said, wait a minute, you're interviewing the whole family, everybody but him? I says, well, this is people talking about him.
Sure.
So for him to come and say, yes, that's all about me, it's like he's sticking his chest out now to all these kind things that people said. They're like, you might be the first group that didn't want to speak to him.
Right.
And they, and
so he's not in it at all? There's no.
So, but to follow into what you said earlier, they do have final approval.
They do.
On the cut.
So is Barron? Because Barron very rarely speaks about his father.
With Barron, we didn't touch Barron. It was,
how about Melania?
It's Melania. No. It's Don Jr., Eric, Lara, Kim, and we got Kai as well. The granddaughter.
She was great. She was Wisconsin.
And she's unbelievable.
She is
movie.
great.
She did a fantastic job. Yeah. And we have Hulk Hogan, folks like that.
Dana White, I'm sure, right?
Yeah, we have a lot of his,
Mike Tyson.
We have a lot of his colleagues and friends and people that support him that stood up and are going to be saying really remarkable things about things you don't know about.
One of the things I wish we could get, but she passed away, unfortunately, was his wife and the mother of these kids.
Right.
And he was very, very heartfelt when she passed away. And I've spoken to his kids about that relationship, too. But I would imagine in the movie, is there something in there about that relationship?
Yes, there is. There is. We have a certain part of it that shows his relationship with Ivana and what she meant to him.
Good.
And I guess that's pretty much what we did.
The kids did a great job because, it's been known that he never really gets rattled or gets shooken up. But when speaking about her, he shows more emotion, Sid, than he has with anybody else.
He does, right? I'm glad to hear that. By the way, my wife just checked in, Danielle. She goes, I love these guys. Is that the white-haired producer I met at Mar-a-Lago? That's you, Arthur.
Yeah, white-haired, yes.
Silver Fox we brought in.
Oh, he's so handsome, though. Look at this guy. He's got
75. Look at him.
You look like
amazing.
you couldn't look any more different. But you're both handsome in your own.
Listen,
own
and I want to say this. I know we got time here, but I want to say this. We are a studio that supports Israel, and we stand by. Our partners are Jewish as well, and we want to say we stand up for everything that Israel's going for, and send back those hostages that are still alive, is what we say, man.
I know you mean that. In fact, correct me if I'm wrong, you were going to debut this movie in Mar-a-Lago the second week of October. You found out I was going to be in Israel, and you moved the date for me for Israel, didn't you?
Yeah, well, right. you and Siggy and some of our
you and a few others.
I was the one.
Right.
I'll be back from Israel on the 13th. I have to do a little thing for the Columbus Day Parade on the 14th. I love the Italians, too. Yes. And then the 17th, we've got our movie, Thursday, in Mar-a-Lago. Okay. Siggy will be on the show tomorrow at 9:35, so we'll talk about the movie. She loves him, obviously. So is there anything in this movie, Arthur, when you look back at it now, that shocked you?
what shocked me is the amount of anger and hatred that I have seen towards him. And
is that addressed in the film?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It's not. This isn't a movie about just try to make it sweet and everything else. It's just what we see in him.
Because Lebedo's wasn't like that. The beauty about the movie you did there, Arthur, and you, Josh, was that you showed it all.
Yes.
So this is kind of the same thing.
The only thing that happened with Lebedo is, unfortunately, he swears a little bit too much.
Yes, he does.
So,
I love that.
Yeah. But there's a lot of people
we
that
have
don't.
to dump him like, we're governed by the FCC here.
Yeah.
Right.
You
I know.
realize that.
Yeah.
So I got to dump him like 3 times. He's on every week now, every Wednesday.
Yeah.
And, but he's so great. And you guys did such a great job. And I guess, so is this, it's a Patriot studio now. Scott Lebedo, great Patriot. Donald Trump, great Patriot. I would imagine, like, you're not going to call Hillary Clinton right there.
No.
We're not going to do just documentaries. I mean, that's not that's not what we.
So you're going to do like films again? Like,
of course, we have features lined up.
A lot of features lined up. To do.
What you do?
It just happened that when Josh brought Relentless Patriot to my attention, I really responded to it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I felt something. Got involved, and then, of course, this one, The Man You Don't Know, is very, very...
It's going to be huge.
Profound, and I'm very happy with it.
And listen, it's different than... we know there's others doing movies about him, but they're focusing on the lawsuits, or they're focusing on the ballot.
Right.
For us, we wanted to do a story about him, and the timing, Sid, as you know, it's now. I mean, I know we've always heard in our lifetime, this is the biggest election. This is really... the most important, biggest election in our lifetime.
But so I'm curious, how does the movie end? You're right in you're a couple, don't give me the ending, obviously, but you're a couple of weeks away from the biggest election, and now the movie's over, it's done, it's written, it's produced, it's in the can. How can you possibly end the movie when he may win the biggest election, 40 days after that?
Listen, the man is resilient. He is generous. He is kind. And that's what we're telling. And that can't change. That's
no matter what.
That's who he is.
Whether he wins or loses, he stays that way.
How do we know this? We talk to people who've been with him for 20, 30 years working for him. And these people are different ethnicities. So the racism stuff gets thrown out the window when they try to say that. I mean, the guy has, I don't know how many NAACP awards.
Oh, please.
That he's locked in.
I mean, look at our mutual friend Lynn Patton, what they've done for her.
Yes.
She was on her ass doing drugs. She was busted. And Eric Trump said, let me see your bag. And then he started to cry. And the Trump family gave her so many chances. Why do you think, Arthur, that hate is as visceral as it is?
I am still trying to figure out why do they have this hatred towards him.
Me too.
I have no reason from what I've learned also. And as Josh said, we've looked back at 30 years and everybody that has talked or we've interviewed. It's come from the heart, and it's the side of this man that you just don't know. And every time I turn around and I see somebody saying such despicable, hateful words and put a bullet in him and all this, it really is disturbing.
It's terrible.
They're comparing him to Hitler. Are you kidding me?
It's as bad as it gets.
That is disgusting.
1 minute to go. I know that Lebedo's movie is out of the theaters. I keep telling everybody, you got to watch it, but they can't watch it now.
Yeah, we're in different discussions with several different streaming companies.
Okay.
You got to understand, when you're in our business where you're doing projects that are against the grain,
right?
It's not as easy to get things done. I mean, when people don't realize, we were in a lot of screens. We did a special release for Scott. There were people pulling fire alarms. There were people saying movie shows. We sold out certain theaters for 2 nights, and they didn't bring us back a third night.
Wow.
I mean, there was just a lot of shenanigans going on.
Yeah. So now, if you show this 30 seconds ago, and you show this movie at Mar-a-Lago about Trump, same plans as Lebedo, movie theaters, streaming. What are the plans there?
Well, we're in the midst of doing that right now. I'm trying to plan out how we're going to distribute this movie or how it's going to come out, because it's really special.
It is.
And I wanted to, hit everyone, have that basically open to anybody that has had any opinions, saying the things they've said. As I said, you always have to show the other side.
Sure. Well, you two guys are magnificently talented, and you're both great patriots. I love you anyway.
Thank you.
I loved it from the Lebedo movie, and I can't wait to see this. And we're lucky to have you.
TheManYouDon'tKnow.com. Go see the trailer. Go see the update. You're going to be able to buy tickets there. President Trump, you're going to see sides of him you never saw before.
Tickets to Mar-a-Lago to see the film.
No,
tickets for the movie theater.
The movie theater.
Got it.
Yes.
Yeah.
TheManYouDon'tKnow.com.
TheManYouDon'tKnow.com.
Thank you, guys.
God bless you, Sid.
Thank you.
Thank you. Josh, Arthur, two great Americans and brilliant filmmakers. I'm telling you, folks, these guys are great. That movie, I couldn't sit down. I stood for the Scott LeBedo movie. I imagine Trump will be the same thing.